In January 2019, Adam Neumann convinced the world his rented desks were elevating human consciousness. His company, WeWork, locked in a $47 billion valuation. 18 months later, that $47 billion valuation shattered into dust. The entire corporate empire was vaporized, and the company filed for bankruptcy. The collapse wiped out the workforce. Thousands of regular employees were handed pink slips and left holding worthless stock options. Meanwhile, Neumann negotiated his way out. The architect of the collapse walked away with a $1.7 billion exit package. The founder extracted billions, while the workforce absorbed the losses. In this corner of venture capital, the creator of the failure became one of its primary beneficiaries. The operation relied on a highly stylized front. They offered flexible desks, beer on tap, and ping pong tables, selling investors on a global tech movement. In reality, the core business was simple arbitrage. WeWork acted as a middleman, leasing space from property owners and renting it out to individuals by the desk. This timeline shows the structural flaw. WeWork locked into strict 15-year leases at premium rates, creating inescapable fixed debt. Above that, we see the revenue. Subletting desks on month-to-month contracts offered no long-term security. This mismatch created a ticking time bomb. The moment customer demand dipped, the short-term income would vanish, leaving decades of guaranteed rent payments. In 2017, SoftBank's Masayoshi Son injected over $10 billion into the company. This zero-interest capital acted as rocket fuel, bypassing traditional corporate oversight. Neumann used this easy money to run WeWork like a personal kingdom. He acquired trophy properties and flew private on the company dime. By 2018, they were burning roughly $5 million in cash every single day. To hide the reality of these losses, they used a metric called community-adjusted EBITDA to erase real costs from their ledger. Unlimited, negligent capital removes the guardrails of reality. It allowed a property rental business to masquerade as an inevitable tech unicorn. On August 14, 2019, the illusion broke. The mandatory S-1 filing hit regulators ahead of the planned IPO. This document revealed the unhideable financial truth. Investors saw billions in net losses with no credible path to profitability. The fine print exposed brazen self-dealing. Neumann privately bought buildings and leased them back to WeWork at inflated prices. He even trademarked the word "we" and legally sold it back to his own company for nearly $6 million. The S-1 filing acted as a spotlight. Public markets no longer saw a tech pioneer. They saw a bleeding landlord. The market reaction was brutal. The IPO was canceled before it launched, and the valuation plummeted from $47 billion down to single digits in a matter of weeks. 17 days later, the board mutinied. They ousted Neumann as CEO, but he negotiated a $1.7 billion golden parachute in cash and stock. Corporate governance remained toothless during the period of expansion. When the board finally acted, it only secured a fortune for the perpetrator, leaving SoftBank to inherit the wreckage. In 2020, the pandemic triggered the fatal flaw in the business model. Month-to-month renters fled the emptying offices. Returning to our timeline diagram, the short-term revenue vanished. All that remains is the crushing weight of $19 billion in long-term lease obligations. A desperate SPAC merger failed to save them. By November 2023, WeWork filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. The stock halted at 84 cents. Charisma is not a moat. Storytelling is not revenue. When the era of free money ends, financial gravity always wins. And the everyday workers, not the barefoot visionaries, are left to pay the price.